Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456 and welcome to a tips and tricks video for Super Meat Boy, the Impossible Boy trophy, and then of course the Platinum, which this is pretty much the major roadblock in getting the Platinum. So I wanted to kind of like make a tips and tricks video. Originally I intended on making this several months ago when I actually completed it, but I thought another YouTuber was going to make it, and he ended up not doing it, so I thought I'd do it for the sake of it, for people who want to actually put themselves through this pain and misery. So yeah, here we go. First of all, the main thing to say is there's not much I can tell you that's going to, help, or there's nothing that I'm going to say probably that's going to make it super easy for you guys to do, but it's just a matter of practice, really practicing, and trying your best, and consistently doing it over and over again, and eventually you'll get so good at the levels that you'll start to work out very minor consistencies and allow yourself to complete them a lot easier. Now with this one here, I like to do it like this, basically falling down there, and then, oh thank God. So that's how you do that one. I'm not going to do it again because I haven't played this in months and I only just had a few practice tries before. But that one, there's not much to it. It's like there's no kind of trick. You just have to do it over and over again to get it perfect. This one here, wow, I got very lucky to get that on my first, didn't get it. Got pretty lucky to even get towards the end there. This one here, sprint to about this point and then let go of sprint and just jump. And make sure that you're jumping, you're not really wanting to look at the saw blades so much as focus on your rhythm and make sure that you're constantly jumping. Here at the end I waited a split second there. I can't fast forward the replay, but let's just watch it. At the end you'll notice one of the bandage girls will die and the other one will slide on the saw blade, release it just a split second to get up there. There we go. It was hard to see, but yeah. That's basically how you do that one. That one is more, actually I'm going to pause here for a sec. That one is just, it's all about the rhythm of your X taps, and once you get that down, you'll eventually be able to get it pretty consistently. Alright, this one here, I'm just going to die. I like to do this one this way. Just wait here for a sec, then constantly jump, stop there for a sec, jump, and just keep jumping. You can just use that right side, and it works pretty consistently. I consider this an easy level. Oops, the only reason I died there was because of dropped input. I don't know why, but I don't know if it's me or my controller, or or not pressing the button hard enough, or actual dropped eaten inputs. For some reason, every single time it happens. Well, not every single time, but it happens quite frequently, and it's one of the most frustrating things ever. So you can pretty much get this one fairly consistent. Screwed up a little bit there. I consider this an easy level, and it's tricky for me to remember exactly if I had done this perfectly before. This I probably consider actually, I don't know, this one might actually be the easiest level for me. Essentially just keep following what I'm doing. So stay on the left past this first saw blade. When it comes back up, go to the right, come back. I went a little bit too slow there because I was explaining. Jump here, across, back, wait. Actually, you should have jumped once. Jump over those two, across, and see, even at the end I made a mistake, but I still got it, so let's do that again. Once, up, right, left, once over that, once over here. Ooh, floating in mid-air and still got it. So that one, the best thing I can tell you, this one, just practice this level for 5 minutes and you'll get it almost every single time. It's probably the easiest level to do. This is, it's actually easier than it looks, but for some reason it causes issues. Let's see if I can get it here, and then I'll explain what I did. Okay, cool, got it. Alright, so to do this, it's all about speed. Left, right, middle, drop, don't even jump there, just drop to that one. Left again on the platform, oops. There, input got eaten. It's really frequent when I was practicing this just before. It's very common to have a dropped input right like as you enter and exit each of these little areas. So you know, you got to make sure that you're pressing that button. If you're perfect at this, you'll be able to pretty much get from one side to the other without stopping, like I am almost about to do here. I had to stop there and I dropped an input there because I was going so damn fast. But yeah, if you just keep practicing this one, this actually becomes quite an easy level as well. And that's another important thing to say. The key to winning is, or the key to actually, you know, getting the trophies is to focus or to figure out what is an easy level for you. Because people have different levels that they consider easy or, you know, harder, and you want to obviously focus on the harder levels first before you go for the easy ones. Now the frustrating thing about that is that if you do focus on the hard levels, and let's say you knock out all the hard levels and you get to a point where you're like, oh my god, I actually might have this, you know, I've done every single hard level, and I've done most of like the sort of medium difficulty levels. The only thing I have left is the easy levels, and I've done them a million times. There is absolutely no way I can fail now, and then you still fail. It's one of the most frustrating things. Like even this level, I consider this a pretty easy level, but making this jump here is really tough, and as you can see, I'm having a very difficult time with it. There we go. There. There's only one way to do this level, so just do it exactly this way. And then yeah, I've failed a lot of time. This level actually caused me a lot of frustration because I considered it an easy level, but I failed so often when I was going for it. And I don't know why, it just happened. Alright, so that's it for this one. Oh, this level. Now this level's good because this level is technically the easiest level. I believe I'm standing in a position to get a trick called Magic Pixel. Now I mentioned this in the actual unlock, in my actual successful run through. If you stand right here with Bandage Girl's the left side of her body, but the right side of her body from our perspective, if you stand right there, you should get Magic Pixels. So basically what you do is you, I don't know if you have to hold sprint. I like to hold sprint. And then if you press X and hold it. Oh, okay. So I passed the first razor blade, which means I'm not far enough to the right. Oh, okay. I managed to tap a pixel there, and that wasn't enough. So Magic Pixels actually should be called Magic Pixel because that was too much. Magic Pixel. It should be called Magic. I might die here. Oh no. Oh, what? Wow. Okay. So anyway. It should be called Magic Pixel because I believe it's only one pixel. But once you get it, and I'm gonna try and get it here. That looks too far, but it might be it. No. Once you get it, what will happen is Bandage Girl will go straight up to the top. She'll like hit the perfect pixel for that next fan, and she'll go straight up to the top without moving. And that was not good. Let's just try anyway. Oh, what do you know? I got up there normally. But you want to get Magic Pixels, and you actually want to like do this level quite frequently, like every so often when you're practicing. Wow, I cannot get it right now. That is so damn close. People said it's like you have to have her eye kind of like lined up with the thing, but like this is gonna kill me, yeah. And so I think it's actually her body, but like just between her body and her eye, if you can get that on the I should actually explain it. Like that line in the background, it's probably really hard to see on YouTube. But if you can get that lined up, nope, that killed me. That might work. Oh my god, why can I not get it now? This is so. So this is one of the issues. Is like if you don't practice it, there we go. Finally got it. Magic Pixels, and then she lands right next to Meat Boy. I'll try it one more time. Oh, that might be it. Oh, died. And the reason why you want to practice it is not only to actually just get it in the first place, but if you fail it, like if you're one pixel off, that will happen. You will die instantly and ruin your potentially 19 level run, 18/19 level run, and which is why you might want to actually consider doing this earlier. There we go. You either can consider doing it earlier or sit there for minutes and minutes and minutes practicing the exact spot. Now this level here, you may have seen people in speedruns do it this way. I like to do it this way as well. As soon as the level starts, hold right and jump, grab the key, and then jump back, and then do 2 jumps in the middle, 1 or 2 jumps depending on how well you've done, and then you can get back. And then you can also, like, it's a bit scary, but you can kind of like move Bandage Girl a little bit back and forth. See, like, even with that one, I almost failed, but I still managed to come out of it because I just took my time. Oh, I was like, you know, careful. So jump, grab the key, jump back, jump, and make it. That's it. That's all it takes. Yeah, so that one, I consider that sort of a medium level because it's fairly simple, but the chance to die is very difficult, is very high as well. Okay, I absolutely with a passion hate this level. I cannot get this consistently. I never could. I don't even remember where I did it in my run, but I absolutely hate this level. The way you've got to do it is basically wait until the last second and hold left. And once you do that, you'll get a nice boost. Leap over this thing. And then you can go over there. You can fall down onto Meat Boy there, but I highly recommend just holding left and make sure that you get it 100%. Hang on, I'll go back to it. Try it one more time. I think I'm gonna fail it heaps of times, but I may as well try it. Left, like I could not find any trick to it. Like, I mean, you could say watch for Bandage Girl as she goes up, and then when she gets to a certain point, that's when you press left. I can't believe I got it again. But I don't know, I couldn't find that certain point. This one's pretty tough as well, but if you know how to do it, then you'll get it. So you just gotta basically try and follow what I'm doing on screen. It's kind of difficult to explain, but you gotta just like watch there, let a shot be taken, and then go. Now that last bit there, I'm gonna redo it. That last bit, if you don't jump sort of approximately where I jumped when I got there, what will happen is it'll take Bandage Girl too long to be touching those bricks, and she won't destroy them quick enough. And what that means is that the top one there, which just killed me now, will kill you before you can actually push through the bricks. So my recommendation is, when you get to that point, if Bandage Girl slid down the wall on the right, you can easily make it. You'll definitely make it almost pretty much every time. But if she didn't, which I'm going to explain here, actually, you know what? I should do that again because I was in 2 mindsets. So let's just go all the way over there. This is a fairly simple level. The most frustrating thing about this level is that if you screw up the pattern like immediately, you should probably exit the map and restart. Because coming back from it is hard. So look, I've gone here. I still made it, but if you go, that's weird. I was practicing before, and I must have taken an extremely long time to get from the left to the right. So we'll do it again. Jump. Avoid this one. Jump. Whoa. Jump. Hit. Oh crap. Okay, so I missed the jump there at the end, but because I was too far to the right, I didn't actually go down. But yeah, this one's it's not too bad. I think the worst part about it is it's a level where exiting the map can be like, if you can see that you're gonna die, then doing it well again. If you can see that you're gonna die and you can exit the map in time, great. If you can't, like if you look at it, you're gonna be like, oh, press start, and then it's gonna be too late. But the one thing you can do is if you get the pattern wrong, you can exit the map straight away from there. There we go. That's an example of when I was too late. So what you want to do in that situation is either pause and exit the map. Like, trust me, it's worth it. Like, just do that 10-second level again or 15-second level again. Or just try and move to the left really quickly. But you've got to have such fast reflexes that it's way more worth it, in my opinion, to go for an exit to map. So we'll do it again. There. Ooh. There we go. So I got pretty lucky there because the last missile the last missile launcher fired prematurely, and I knew that I was gonna have to move when I got to the position, so we'll see here. And it fired, you can't see it, but then I moved there, moved left and went back, yeah. So that's what I did to save myself. Alright, Thumb. This level is very, very fast. You have to be so quick. I think that's why it's called Thumb, because it really puts some pressure on your thumb. And once you understand how it works, I just made it, then it becomes a piece of cake. This level for me, when I was doing it, like when I actually got my Impossible Boy trophy and the Platinum, for me this level, what happened was I considered it an extremely difficult level, like way, way, way hard. And then one day I kind of sat down and I started focusing on it again, and I realized that it was a lot easier than it actually looked. And so after trying and trying and trying, I basically got it down to a fine art, and I got it pretty much every time, which I'm happy that I'm actually doing so here. These are the scariest bits. There you go, there's the death. This bit's okay, this bit's fine, you should get it almost every time. Land there, this bit's fine, well this bit's the hardest. And then when you get here, you gotta let yourself land. I'm gonna die here, yep. When you get there, you gotta let yourself land, slide up the wall, like by holding right and pressing X to get over that obstacle. And then you gotta move very, very quickly to the other side and bounce off the left side wall. Yeah. There, made it. And a lot of times you'll get hit by that saw blade, the third last one. But when you've done it enough times, you'll be able to work out how to get there quicker. Okay, I didn't see the name of this level. Pink? I think it was called Pink. This level, it's easy to get the key, but then to get back is the problem. So let's do that again. Again, this is sort of similar to the previous level. I've thought that this was super, super, super hard. But then after practicing it a lot of times, it became a lot simpler. Here, you can, I did that really quick. You want to wait for the next saw blade to come up. I did that really quick. Maybe I'll do it one more time. Alright, for this bit, stand here. The saw blade won't kill you. Hold run, jump, jump, jump. And then jump, jump. And then wait one more time for the saw blade to go around, jump straight up, head to the right, wait for this one to come around, and up and left. Done. So I'm going to do that one more time. So it's called Pink. So jump down here, jump down here, jump down here. You don't have to hold, actually yeah, hold run there. Back and forth, back and forth. When you get here, hold sprint and left. Wait for this saw blade to go around. Jump up here, move to the right as quickly as possible. Like just kind of tap it, and you should make it in time. Do the same thing there. Try not to go too far like I almost did. And then go into this little platform. And then when it comes around, as soon as it's out of the way, you gotta leap really quick. You've basically got like a split second to get there. And then jump up there. And done. Once you're here, you're pretty much guaranteed to win. So yeah, a level where I'm gonna let myself die here. A level that's hard, but once you've done it enough times, you can get it. Now this is, I find this easy, but it killed me so many times. So it's simple but easy to die, and unfortunately another one where you can't really exit to map to save yourself. So I managed to do it there. So I follow the course the whole way as intended, and then at the end I take a little bit of a detour in order to make it easier to get up to the top. I feel like, at least the way I do it, I feel like it's easier. So you just do this, one more, and then you can get up here, and it even saves you time. You can also do this. I'll try, oh, went to the wrong one, hang on. You can also do this. This is a way to get the bleach away from you quicker, but it's a tough one to do. You can do that. Oops, let's try that again. And to do that, you got to jump off the wall, hold right, and then push left as you're flying up that way. It's funny, now I'm feeling the urge to play this again, even though I almost killed myself the first time trying to get this. There we go, like the bleach was way further away. Alright, this level. I hate this level so much. The only way I can explain this level is go up here, and when you jump, hold the sprint button. Oops, screwed up, and do that again. When you jump, hold the sprint button and let it go as you're falling. Then press the sprint button again as you're running on the middle platform, and then let go as you're jumping to the next one, right? So let's see if I can do it. So jump here. Oh, actually, yeah, you have to move very quickly there. Oops, can't stand there. So jump to that platform, then as you're falling, let go. As you're running on the middle platform, press it. As you're jumping to the next one, let go, and then when you land on the final one, press it. This will take a hell of a lot of, you can sort of see it. Oh, did I? Oh yeah, and even if you make it there, you'll die every single time. So you have to make the jump to that small platform, which is very difficult to do. It took me so many tries to get this like close to as perfect as I could, and even when I did, it failed several times. So we'll do it one more time. It's called 2020 because there's bloody 3 eyes staring at you. They're like, I love the names. The names are so good. But yeah, this is an awful stage. The lab is an awful mess. And alright, so yeah, I got it with enough tries. This is one of those ones where you just keep practicing it. That goes for everything, but just keep practicing it. Another one where you can't really, well, you can save yourself if you've made a mistake and you fall and you can press this exit to map. But yeah, it's a tough one. Now this is, if that last one wasn't bad enough, this is horrible. The best way to do this is to grab that key like that. Hang on. Left, jump, jump. Whoops. You have to hope. Jump, jump, grab the key, jump over here, and then keep sliding up and down this wall. Now, the main trick with this one is you have to hope that I don't know what these are called, death mauls or something like that. You have to hope that the death maul, notice how that one is hitting that bottom left corner and it's sending one of the evil things downwards. Now, I died on purpose there. It's sending one of the evil things downwards. If it sends it downwards when you're going for the key, like here, that one that killed me there, perfect example. If it sends it downwards, you're screwed. You're gonna lose. There is no way that you're gonna press exit to map in time. You could, theoretically, what you could do, oh, I've screwed up here. Theoretically, what you could do is you could jump here, press start, but then you lose your momentum from the jump, like to make sure that you actually get it, and then your impul gets eaten there. Yeah, you can't even do it actually. You can't do it like that. So you have to basically make 100% certain that you're going to make it. Which is why I would highly suggest this being one of your first levels, because it has a somewhat random element to it. It's not entirely random. It is based approximately where Bandage Girl is standing. Oh, that was silly. Okay, let me get this now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's based approximately where she's standing, where she sort of like jumps from the ground. But but yeah, it's because it's got sort of like that slight random element to it. I'd highly recommend doing this stage as one of your first, so that you save yourself frustration later. And whoa, it actually got me in time there. Crap. I don't have to do the stage, but I will. 1, 2. As you can see, I am consistently getting up here. So, like, once you're up here, the stage is easier, but it's definitely not over yet. There we go, perfect example of death. Please let me make this. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's still not over. You have to kind of like time your X buttons, or your X presses, or whatever you're pressing. Press X. So that you can, keep avoiding that thing. And this is definitely the best place to stand because you only have to avoid one. There we go. And then hope you land on Meat Boy. Oh, curls. Alright, now, I consider this sort of like a medium difficulty level. It should be considered an easy difficulty level, but I consider it medium because it has sort of a random element to it, even though it's not impossible. Like, it's actually one of the easier ones. The great thing about this level is that it's a medium level, but you can leave it as one of the last ones that you do. And the reason for that is there's plenty of time to exit to map, like way more than you need. And if you can exit to map, you can try again. There we go. Oops, I actually hit that real fast. I'm gonna do it one more time, and hopefully I can get it, because I was struggling a lot while I was practicing this. I wanted to quickly mention something that could save you potentially. Oh damn. I don't have to go to the other side to do it, but I should. So I'm gonna try and, damn it. As you can see, like sometimes it's just like where you're standing. Well, where you're standing is everything, but yeah, sometimes it just doesn't want to work for you. But obviously, as you can see, like I've got plenty of time. Like if I screw this up now, there we go, easy, exit to map. Like there's plenty of time for you to press the start button and exit to map on this one. So definitely recommendations go to this one for being one of the final stages that you do. I would say just based on that slight random element to it. Crap, now I can't get there. I mean, you can save yourself if you're about to fall like off the screen, but if you go into the saw blades, obviously, you know, that becomes redundant. And now I'm getting really annoyed because I can't seem to get to the other side. All right, here we go. Come on. Sometimes you don't want to be bouncing like crazy like this. I'm doing it now. All right, I missed it. But I'm going to just show you something down here on the other side. There's an invisible wall. So if you, and it's actually quite long, like it goes basically off screen. There we go. So yeah, I went completely off screen and I still survived. So if you're like using the thing and you've gone like, you have this massive jump. I guess I'll try it one more time. Hang on, one more. And you have this massive jump. You could probably save yourself by hitting that invisible wall and then continually jumping up it. Damn man, this thing. Alright, I give up on this one. Alright, I've got 4 to go. Alright. Bulletproof. This is the stage that I left for last when I did it. For a pretty good reason. There's not much randomness to this one. The bullets fire exactly in exactly the same place every time. The difficult thing is actually figuring out like what the pattern is, because there are a few ways to go about this, and I'm really screwing up because that bullet from the left is hitting me. Yeah, there are a few ways to go about this. I went like this basically. Hang on. I jumped over 1, 2, and I went real quick here. Did I jump over that one? I don't remember if I jumped over that one. Well, it's in my other videos, so if you want to go see it there. 1, 2, and then there. That wasn't great, but I did it. Again, another one where you kind of have to. You can either watch my video, which again, like I said, it's the last one, so you just skip straight to the end. Or you could watch another video online. There we go. That was pretty good. Try it one more time. That has basically the same pattern. Or you can pick, you know, find your own pattern. Sometimes there's better patterns. I'm actually getting really good there. 1, 2, 3. Stop. Yeah, alright. That's pretty good. Okay, this. I think this was my second last level. No, wait, it wouldn't have been my second last level. This would have been probably one of my first. There are sort of 2 ways to go about this, and I haven't really done the way that I'm doing in a while. But essentially what we've got now is, hang on. We want to try and combine these 2 groups, and then once we've combined them, we keep going left, right, like this. Okay, now that we've done this, we want to go all the way up here, and just get them off screen. Oh, wow. I think that was because I took too long. Hang on. You can do it 2 ways. You can either... Oh crap, now I've screwed up here. Alright, let's see what happens. So I've got like 2 of them up there. They're pretty far. And then I've got these remaining. And so I just want to sort of bring them around here. Now the problem with this is that the temptation is to go for the key immediately. But if you go for the key immediately, the cage starts breaking and you can't use the top of the cage to kind of like give you some, you know, distance between you and these guys, for what they're called. And then once you've actually got them all into a pattern, you can... Whoa, I died. But once you've got them all into like a nice group, then that's really good. Let's try that. Let's see what happens like that. When I don't know if it was my, yeah, it was my winning one. I had this amazing, like it was pretty lucky, but essentially what happened was I managed to corral them all. Is it corral? Corral. I managed to corral them all into like an area right up the top there, and I basically stayed in this like left-hand corner, and they could not get to me within the time limit. So it is actually possible to put them all in one section of the map, and I like to put them in the top right for the entirety of the time that it takes for the cage to break down once you collect the key. Now, because of that, there's yet another temptation, which is to try and corral them as much as possible. Crap. I'm gonna actually try this a couple more times just to try and get it to work. Now we're doing 30 minutes. Alright, it's a pretty long video, but I suspect that you guys kind of want a long video for this one so that I can get as much explanation out as possible. Come on. Alright, so now that we've almost corralled them perfectly, here we go. So now let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then grab the key. Okay, that wasn't perfect, but let's see. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do it again. Oh no, I went too high. Okay, that's, to be honest, I actually forgot about that, and I think when I did it the first time, I must not have known about that at all, because that was a complete surprise to me, but I went too high there. Okay, actually, we're doing well here. Corral them pretty quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, come on, guys, that's not fair. Wow, now they actually went like kind of downwards. Alright, well, you get the point. Just watch my normal video again for that one. This one's more for the explanation. My normal video, you can sort of like see that explanation coming into fruition. Okay, this is probably my most hated level, even more so than 20. I mean, 20, the funny thing about 20 is when I played this, like when I was getting the trophies, I actually thought that 20 on Dark World was easier than 19 on, easier than 20 on Light World. But to be honest, like after playing it so many times and failing so many times, they're about the same, I'd say. Now with this, basically you want to get to the top any way you want. Like I like to use sort of like a sprint combo and jump. And then once you're at the top, the trick is to press the X button, like let go of sprint, and then press the X button in a specific rhythmic pattern. And once you've done that, you can kind of get it pretty consistently. As you can see, I did it twice in a row there, and I think I might succeed here as well. That sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I got stuck. That's one other issue. If you fail that last jump, or if that last jump kills you, like it did to me a lot during practice, it'll basically screw you over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the other thing you want to do is get close to your screen. So I'm using a fairly large screen. I can't remember how many inches it is, but I'm using a fairly large screen. It's literally about 70 centimeters from me. Yeah, 70 centimeters from me, which is like, what is that? That's like just over 2 feet. For you Americans who still use Imperial system. But yeah, it's about 2 feet away from me. You want to like sort of get close to the screen and have a look at how you're jumping. At least for me, that's what helped. This one, 20, is pretty tough, but the best thing is that it starts with these saw blades here at the top. If you can get past these saw blades, the rest is a lot easier. At least in my opinion, it's a lot easier. These are the ones that are going to kill you. Not really much I can say for like tips. Like the best way I can say is probably like, wow, I don't even know why I'm dying there. That's why I can't say like certain tips, because certain stuff happens and I'm just like, no, I did not die there. That's bullcrap. Oh, that was good. The best thing I can say is probably, again, get close to your screen with these saw blades and make sure that you're absolutely putting pressure on that X button to jump over it. Once you've gotten past that, basically just do the rest like essentially like at your own pace. You don't have to go like straight away like I'm doing, but you'll work out your own pace as you do it. And hopefully I can get past the last bits. We're almost at the end here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, I'm taking my time, and then on this final one, take your time. Done. Alright, so that is every level. Again, like I said, the best way is, well, the final tips and tricks that I'll talk about are what I've already said. Make sure that you're figuring out what levels are easy, medium, and hard for you, even to the point where you can write them down. Work out a pattern, like work out a system of how you want to go about it. You know, which levels you want to do first, which levels you want to do in the middle, and which levels you want to do last. And then if you have like the absolute best way is to also see if you can figure out a level that is a guarantee for you, like an absolute guarantee. I got fairly lucky when I did mine, and I did 17 as my guarantee. It wasn't a guarantee, although at the time it probably was like as close to a guarantee as you could possibly get. Make sure to keep doing 7, which is the magic pixel one. You need to keep practicing that if you have any chance of getting it, because if you leave 7 to last and you don't get that magic pixel, it'll be the worst thing in the world, because you won't be able to stop yourself from dying. It'll if you took that one step too far, it'll kill you instantly, and then your whole record is gone. So it's little things like that, little factors like that make it to where you can actually succeed. So I guess the last thing to say is good luck, be determined, be confident, try again. Don't give up. Don't scream too loudly if people are around you. If no one's around, scream as much as you want. When I got this, I yelled at the top of my lungs, and it was awesome. So yeah, it's a top-notch feeling getting this one. This is definitely, without a doubt, my proudest platinum, and it probably will be for forever. I don't think that anything is gonna come around that's going to be harder than this. And I know that's silly to think. It's like, you know, there's always someone better than you and all that kind of stuff, and in this case it would be like there's always something harder, or there's always going to be something that's going to challenge you more. But definitely 100% without question the hardest challenge I've ever had to complete in a video game. And actually, before I go, I just want to quickly let you guys know, at the time of recording this, unfortunately I've got to open up the website, just give me a sec here. At the time of recording this, there are hang on, come on, load. There are 69 people that have 100%ed Super Meat Boy in the world. So, like, easily the hardest platinum in the world. In my opinion, and like, I mean, I don't think you can say much more about it. It is without question the hardest platinum. So, as again, good luck to all of you who are doing this. It's a tough one. Keep at it. My name's Ultima456. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helped in some small way. Take regular breaks as well. Like, I know it sucks to take breaks, but just like put something in between you and it, so that like when you're playing it, you can go, all right, I got to go to work in like 2 hours, so I'll just spend 2 hours on this. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can say. Good luck to all of you. My name's Ultima456. See you next time.